We are here in the Indian Consulate to welcome our Civil Aviation Minister, Shri Vayalar Ravi. He has been a great leader of the Indian National Congress and India, and our community, all Indians in North America, especially in New York, warmly welcomes Shri Vayalar ji.
I'm delighted to be hosting a reception today in honor of His Excellency Mr. Vayalar Ravi, Minister for Overseas Indian Affairs and Minister for Civil Aviation of the Government of India. The Minister is holding two charges and both of them are extremely heavy. So this is something that we are extremely proud of, that a Minister of his stature and his importance is with us this evening at a reception hosted by us in his honor. There's a very large turnout, as you can see, of Indian Americans who have gathered here to welcome him and to discuss issues of importance to them with him. So I would like to thank you for covering this event, and I would like to wish Sahara ONE all success in regard to engaging the community. Thank you. All of you to this evening's reception, which has been organized by us in honor of His Excellency Mr. Vayalar Ravi, Minister for Overseas Indian Affairs and Minister for Civil Aviation, Government of India. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome His Excellency Mr. Vayalar Ravi. His Excellency is no stranger to you. I think many of you know him from much, much before I do. But let me mention that, without doubt, he is one of the most important cabinet ministers of the Government of India. Because he holds two extremely important charges at the same time. The Ministry of Overseas Indian Affairs is a heavyweight ministry. And the Ministry of Civil Aviation is an equally heavyweight ministry. So he is shouldering two enormous burdens at the same time. And I think it is generally acknowledged that he is shouldering his burdens extremely well. So ladies and gentlemen, let me mention that not only is His Excellency a very important cabinet minister, but he's a friend of all of you. Because I know from my experience that many of you are able to reach out to the minister with your problems, with your grievances, with your complaints against the consulate, but he always gives you not only a patient hearing, but he attends to your problems. He finds solutions to them. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to welcome His Excellency Mr. Vayalar Ravi.
The Consul General, Mr. Prabhu Dayal, the leaders of the Indian community, ladies and gentlemen, very happy to meet you all this evening. In fact, my scheduled visit is not to the United States. In fact, it is to Caribbean countries. On the way to Caribbean countries, I thought it is better to go via New York. And I was confident that Mr. Prabhu Dayal is an energetic Consul General, will organize such a big meeting here. I have no other program, only today evening to meet you all. As all of you know, the country is marching ahead even though there were problems, economic crisis throughout the world, and also the crisis of development also sometimes affected by all this economic problem. But our country could march ahead, and we are confident that we can overcome any crisis that may come. As it is today, there is not much of a problem which I can explain to you in our country, the people, and even all the time we are worried about the agriculture, but this time the agriculture also giving a good result. And the latest development or the latest legislation which is going to be passed next parliament is the food security bill. That is an assurance to every citizen in the country that the government will provide the food to everyone, especially those people who are living below poverty line. And that is maybe one of the major achievements. Now the education has become a right of a child. And the Right to Information Act has made a revolution in India. The Right to Information Act can reveal everything what's happening in the government. It is being used by the citizens to know what is happening in the country, what is happening in the government, and they can also make many people accountable to the society. So you look at the whole system for the last few years through many legislations. Legislation means the right of the people. We are giving the right to the people to check, control, and question the rulers, whichever party it belongs. It is immaterial which party rules India, but it is material that the people have the right to question even through the legislation which have enabled them to question and that's a right. And the child who born and he getting a right, the age 5 to 16, they have the right to education. The government must provide them education. They can demand where is my school. So this make a new generation become educative. Education is departed to the new generation and make them to go to schools and colleges and technical education, and the right goes up to the SLC, the 10th class. Then the right to food is the most important revolutionary decision going to be passed, which the debate is going on in India. But I can assure you that will make responsible, the responsibility rests upon the government, the state government, the central government, to see that there shall not be any death due to poverty. So what I am saying is this: what are the legislations we are making? What are we going ahead? This all need money. That money means the growth of the nation. The economic growth make money to the government to fulfill these promises. Friends, I know last time when I came here, there's the peak of your anger against certain decision taken by the Ministry of External Affairs. That is the surrender of the passport and some visa problem, which I think the secretary of my ministry informed or wrote to all the missions, don't insist on America and other places. Time being, you have to keep and issue the visas. That is the time being measure have been taken. Thereafter, I myself taken up the issue with the External Affairs Ministry. I had discussion with the minister. I talked to PM, wrote a letter, but I believe still there is some problem exists. I know there is some problem exists because the demand is that why do you ask us to surrender the passport? This is the question you are asking. I know that. What we have to make a via media solution. A via media solution is necessary, and what I can assure you is I will pursue the matter with the External Affairs Ministry and the Home Ministry. It is not the External Affairs Ministry alone. It is the Home Ministry also involved in it. That is the problem. That is the issue. So it is not my ministry or my ministry done the job, done this issue, but it is a decision by as a government or the ministers taken decision for a particular reasons. Anyhow, what I can assure you, because some other friends already talked to me this subject, I can assure you that this matter will be taken up with the both ministries, both the ministers, and try to find a solution at the earliest. Then other point Mr. Prabhu Dayal might have explained to you earlier, and because whenever you the OCA card or other cards being issued, always he telephoned me